Have you ever wondered if all the supplements you take are really helping you, or perhaps even hurting you? I'm 82, and for many years, I relied on countless supplements to boost my health. But one day, I made a decision that completely changed my daily routine. Today, I'm going to share why I stopped taking these supplements and how that decision has led me to a more natural and balanced way of living. Stay with me as I reveal my personal journey, and I promise you, there's a lesson in every word. In this video, I'll take you through the twists and turns of my health journey. From the days of blindly trusting every pill on the shelf, to the moment I realized that sometimes less is more. I won't give away all my secrets right away because I want you to hear every part of my story. If you're curious about a simpler, more natural approach to health after 80, keep watching. You might find that the truth is far more liberating than you ever imagined. For decades, I believed that taking supplements was the key to staying healthy. I filled my cabinet with multivitamins, herbal extracts, and other pills that promised to fight aging and boost my energy. Every morning, I would meticulously go through my list, believing that each pill was a step toward a healthier me. Friends and even some doctors encouraged me, saying that these supplements would help me maintain my youthfulness and vigor. But as the years went by, I started to notice something strange. Instead of feeling more energized, I often felt bloated, tired, and even a bit anxious. I would sit quietly in the evenings, wondering if all these supplements were truly making a difference. I even began to question, could it be that my body was simply reacting to a cocktail of chemicals rather than thriving on them? I remember one particular morning when I looked in the mirror and saw a reflection that didn't match the energetic person I once was. It was a turning point, a moment of quiet realization. I began to ask myself, am I taking these supplements for the right reasons, or am I just following a trend? The more I thought about it, the more I felt that perhaps my health needed a different kind of nourishment. This wasn't an easy decision, because for so long, I trusted that these products were my safeguard against aging. But the subtle changes in my mood and energy levels convinced me that something had to change. And that's exactly what I'm here to share with you today. One evening, after a particularly exhausting day, I sat down with my old journal. I started writing about my daily habits and how I felt, physically and emotionally. As I scribbled down my thoughts, a pattern emerged. Every time I took these supplements, I felt off balance. It wasn't dramatic, but there was a consistent feeling of heaviness and clouded energy. I began to research and read stories from others who were also over 80. Many shared similar experiences, how the endless cycle of supplements sometimes did more harm than good. I learned that our bodies are incredibly complex, especially as we age. What worked for someone in their 50s might not work for us in our 80s. Our digestive systems change, our metabolism slows down, and what we truly need might be very different from what we once thought. That night, I decided to give myself a break. I stopped taking all the supplements for a week to see how my body would respond. I remember feeling nervous at first, like I was taking a huge risk. But as the days passed, something remarkable happened. I began to feel a sense of lightness, both in my body and my spirit. I wasn't sure if it was a placebo effect or a genuine change, but I knew I had to dig deeper into what was really best for me. As I continued my experiment, I slowly reintroduced only a few natural habits into my routine. I started with a balanced diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. I focused on hydration, making sure I drank plenty of water throughout the day. I even added a gentle exercise routine, simple walks in the park, light stretching, and moments of mindful breathing. I began to notice that my energy returned, not the kind of frantic, jittery energy from caffeine or artificial boosters, but a steady, calm energy that lasted throughout the day. I felt more connected with my body, more in tune with its natural rhythms. It was as if my body was finally allowed to breathe again. One day, I was sitting in my favorite chair by the window, enjoying the soft rays of the morning sun, when I realized that the true essence of health wasn't found in a bottle or a pill. It was found in the simplicity of nature, the warmth of a home-cooked meal, and the gentle joy of connecting with loved ones. I felt a deep sense of gratitude for this newfound clarity. I started to share my experience with friends, family, and even my local community group. Many were surprised that someone as dedicated to supplements as I had been could decide to make such a drastic change. They asked me questions, and I shared honestly that sometimes our bodies simply need to return to basics: simple food, fresh air, and genuine human connection. If you're watching this and you've ever felt overwhelmed by the sheer number of health products available, I encourage you to take a step back and listen to your body. You might find that less is more. After a few weeks without those supplements, the improvements in my health were undeniable. I slept better, my digestion improved, and my overall mood was brighter. I no longer felt the heavy, unexplainable fatigue that had become all too common in my mornings. One particularly memorable day, I received a call from my daughter. She told me how much she noticed a positive change in my energy and spirit. Hearing her say that made my heart swell with gratitude. I realized that my decision wasn't just about me. It was about inspiring others to take control of their own health, even in our later years. I now firmly believe that our bodies have an incredible ability to heal and thrive when given the chance to do so naturally. Removing unnecessary supplements allowed me to rediscover the natural balance of my body. I also learned to appreciate the importance of consulting with my doctor and listening to what my body truly needed, rather than following every trend. In our modern world, we're bombarded with messages telling us that we need to consume more to be healthy. But sometimes, the secret is to simplify, focus on whole foods, natural movements, and genuine relationships. That's the lesson I've learned, and the wisdom I now share with all of you. Let me share a couple of personal stories that might resonate with you. One of my closest friends, Margaret, also in her 80s, struggled with taking a myriad of supplements. She confided in me that she felt like she was drowning in pills and that it made her feel more anxious than ever. After hearing about my experience, she decided to try a simpler approach too. Within a month, Margaret told me she felt more in tune with her body and even started enjoying her walks outside more. It was as if she had rediscovered a part of herself that had been hidden under layers of unnecessary medications. Another story that stays with me is about a neighbor, Frank, who always had a bright smile despite his health struggles. When I asked him about his secret, he said, "I stopped overloading my body with things that I didn't need. I eat simple, natural foods, and I cherish every moment with my family." His words made a lasting impact on me reaffirming my belief that health is not just about taking supplements, it's about living a life filled with love, laughter, and simplicity. These stories are a reminder that every one of us has our own unique journey. What works for one might not work for another, but the underlying truth remains. Our bodies are designed to thrive on natural, simple nourishment. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the plethora of health products on the market, I encourage you to listen to your inner voice. Sometimes the answer is found in the quiet moments when you take a step back and let your body lead the way. If any of these stories resonate with you, please share your own experiences in the comments below. I'd love to know if you've ever felt the burden of too many supplements, or if you've found a simpler path to wellness. As I look back on my journey, I feel a deep sense of peace. I no longer rely on countless supplements to tell me that I'm healthy. I've learned that true wellness comes from understanding and respecting the natural rhythm of our bodies. At 82, I now focus on what truly matters: balanced nutrition, gentle exercise, meaningful connections, and the quiet moments of reflection that fill my heart with gratitude. I want you to know that it's never too late to question the status quo. If you've been taking supplements for years, I encourage you to have an open conversation with your healthcare provider. Ask yourself if all these products are truly benefiting you. Sometimes, by simplifying, you may discover that your body can heal and thrive in ways you never imagined. Remember, my friends, health is a journey filled with ups and downs, challenges and triumphs. Embrace the journey and always be willing to learn and adapt. The wisdom we gain over the years is a treasure that can guide us to a more fulfilling life. My hope is that by sharing my story, you feel empowered to make choices that align with your true well-being without the clutter of unnecessary supplements. I also want to remind you that our community here at Golden Years Wisdom is a safe space. We're all in this together, learning from each other and supporting one another through every twist and turn of our health journeys. Your experiences, your questions, and your insights are what make this community so special. Please don't hesitate to leave a comment below with your thoughts, questions, or even a simple hello. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. If my story resonated with you, or if you found any of these insights helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Golden Years Wisdom. Share this video with anyone you think might benefit from a simpler approach to health. And most importantly, please share your own stories in the comments. Your journey matters, and together we can inspire each other to live our best lives naturally and wholeheartedly.